An investigator told state lawmakers that Camp Mystic did not train its young counselors to help campers during flooding or other emergencies. 25 campers, 2 counselors and Mystic's co-owner were killed during the July 4th flooding last summer. 2 legislative committees are investigating that disaster. Fox 4's Amelia Jones is in tonight with more from today's hearing. Amelia.
Steve, the state investigator went through a timeline of events, described the communication between the counselors and adults, and firsthand accounts of survivors. It was said multiple times that the 27 deaths of those young girls at Camp Mystic was preventable. The committee is tasked with getting answers as to what unfolded in those early morning hours of July 4th and ensuring the state is better prepared for flooding of this magnitude. Attorney Casey Garrett was thorough in her presentation of the state's investigation. She highlighted multiple failures in the camp's emergency planning, training, and communication. Garrett interviewed upwards of 140 people for the investigation. The committee heard some of those stories this morning, including the harrowing accounts of girls who survived.
But then we all fell out of the window and the water started rushing and it ran this way. And I went out underwater and almost drowned. And I thought I was going to die, but then I came.
Yes, and I couldn't breathe. I just kept going up in the water, but I wasn't breathing because I literally couldn't.
My legs are so sore.
So you just grabbed onto a tree and floated down with it?
Well, there was
I had to tread water.
Mine was staying in place, so I was like, okay, I'll just stay on here. But then that was where you guys were. So.
The afternoon portion of the hearing was a Q&A with the state investigators and the committee. Most of the questions focused on the logistics or lack thereof in Camp Mystic's emergency plan and preparedness. Garrett told the committee of lawmakers that the state's investigation uncovered multiple causes for failure, including no emergency plan or robust training for counselors and campers, a lack of leadership and role assignments for emergencies, poor communication between staff and counselors, complacency culture, and failure to act on the flood warnings.
There had to be some change, and it's the complacency that you've brought up many, many times that was the problem. It was certainly not a lack of caring or loving. It was a lack of change. All the way up until our time-stamped photo at 3:26, you still had the opportunity to get on the PA, to go around knock on every door, to round up the grounds crew that was in the garage, to round up Craig and Betsy, to round up Richard, to give out the information, to delegate the information that needed to be delegated. You had so much time to get all of those girls somewhere other than those deadly cabins.
The stories and information in the presentation were emotional to hear. Lawmakers made multiple comments about how difficult it is to talk about. Families were also at today's hearing. They did not talk to media, but cameras caught a few people embracing when the hearing ended. The hearing will continue tomorrow at 10 a.m. The committee is expected to hear from a father who will share his story about his search for his daughter alone and finding a child's body. Steve.
All right, Amelia, terrible to hear all the failures, but that's what those investigations are about. All right, thank you.